Welcome to Mike's Florida Homestead. In this edition, we're gonna look at my brand new bug out bag. In our previous reviews, we looked at this bag here that I was using, this Crazy Ants canvas type molly attachments. It's a good bag, but what I found was when I got too much in it that it was just too heavy on my shoulders, just wasn't not comfortable enough. The canvas materials and the bags, the sub bags were just added too much weight. So I took some of the advice of the community that left me comments about some things that I can improve about my bag. And so we're going to look at some of those improvements today when we check out my new and improved bug out bag. So let's take a look. So the bag that I have chosen is the Ascend Rattlesnake 55. So 55-liter bag, very nice material, durable but lightweight, very comfortable to wear. And before we dig into this bag, I just want to show you a couple of the suggestions I followed from the community and the things that I pulled out of my old bag. My TX22, choosing instead to go with just a pocket carry for my backup gun. So it's a little Ruger LCP2 in 22LR with the Viridian laser light on it. I pulled off the shotgun pack, some extra weight. I had 2 pair of gloves in the bag, so I pulled one out. I pulled out a couple of these cold compresses. I had 4, went down to 2, and then 100 rounds of 22LR, just weighed a lot. One of the extra scissors, and I pulled out the beef sticks because they were kind of weighty, a lot of fluid within the sticks themselves, so that added some weight. So those are things that I pulled out of the bag. And then, you know, just the bag itself, all of these sub bags were all canvas, so that was kind of heavy. So we pulled all those out to lighten the load and then added some things back in. So now let's take a look at the Ascend. Multiple pouches on this that I can get things to, and so we're going to take a look at this now. We'll go into it a section at a time, and we're going to start with this back, which will be what's up front when you're carrying it. I have the my little just a little knife that we got that's handy on there, just a inexpensive but light knife, Ozark Trail, the Charade Tough multi-purpose tool. So I have them just up front here. One of the things that I looked for in a bag this time, and I looked at a lot of them, the most important was capacity and that it was lightweight, and this. The cushioning on these straps are superb. The lumbar support, the extra cushioning around the hips. So, you know, all of this just makes it a really nice bag. The other thing that I really wanted on this bag was this. Side pockets, so that when this is strapped on me at my waist, I can grab some things real easy without having to take the backpack off. So I got pouch on either side, and of course my multi-tool and my knife right there that I can grab without taking it off, and a few things on the side that we'll take a look at. So let's take a look at these things and examine this bag just a little. Okay, let's look at this a little closer. On the side, let's go to the pockets first. On the right pocket here, I have a couple things in there. The first is a netting for my face. So if I need to go into a little bit more camo stealth, I can do that with this. The other thing this does is offer me some mosquito protection as well. So, you know, it doesn't weigh anything, it doesn't take up hardly any space when it's compressed down. So a nice little thing. I do have the compressed towels here. And so these are very nice. They're just little tablets. You get them wet and you got a little washcloth. So it gives you the ability to clean up. The other thing that I have in that right front pouch is some ammo for my 9mm. So these I like to use. They're my Inceptor. It's a composite material with copper, so they're a lot lighter. It's 65 grain. So to keep my weight down, I got 30 rounds of that over there. On our other pocket, what we've got in this one is just a couple of Nature Valley Crunchy granola bars, which I just switched out because the other ones were about to expire. So a couple granola bars. So as I'm traveling, if I start feeling a little bit lightheaded or weak and I need some nutrition, I just can grab that out real quick and take a bite off and get my blood sugar up, keep me moving. All right, let's go around this bag a little bit more. Okay, in the first side pouch, I have, this is my Sea to Summit backpack cover. So what this allows me to do is, it's a rain fly basically for your backpack. So even though this is somewhat rain resistant, I throw this case over it, the entire backpack, and keeping it waterproof. Also in the side pocket, which the pack cover was sitting in, is my little campfire cup. So I can put my soup, oatmeal, boil some water, whatever I need to do with that little cup come in handy. I have my Catch 22. This is 50 rounds of 22 LR. We reviewed that in another video. Up here close, I have my compass. As we flip this around and look what else I have right out here is on this side. We'll start with the out. This is my tourniquet. So this is a nice little tourniquet, and it has, you know, the built-in recording. So you get magic marker and a little pamphlet. If you get someone that's unfamiliar with tourniquets, some brief instructions, and then the marker so you can mark the time and know when to release the tourniquet and reapply the tourniquet so that you don't cut all the blood flow to that extremity off. So we have our tourniquet. I have my Gerber machete. So, you know, for out in the bush and we need that machete. It has the saw teeth on it so I can saw, and also, you know, a nice blade on it. It's fairly lightweight, so, you know, Gerber, that's a good brand in utility knives and such. So my Gerber machete, and that's right there where I can grab out real easy if I'm trying to clear a path, or even if I needed it for self-defense. And then the other thing I have in this outer pocket over here is my life straw. So the life straw enables you to you know, filter the water and also treats contaminants. So I can go down to the lake, like down below me here, fill it up and be able to drink that water. So life straw. Now, as we come around the bag, it's got a couple zippers right up front, and I can reach in there and I have some of my medical wrap, a couple of those in there, and I also have a nice durable scissors with a built-in sharpener. So these are kind of handy scissors, edge keeper. So that's easy to get to right there. I have let's unclip this real quick. And we'll get into this bag a little deeper. So that pops pretty easy. Got that little bungee around the compass so it's not flopping around. All right, now we got two main compartments here. The first one, when this drops open, I can reach in and grab out my trauma kit. So I have two parts to my medical kit, and this is the first one. And up front, I've got pen, magic marker. I have in here the all-weather little tablet that I can write notes down, medical things when an injury occurred, so I know when to be checking back on that, or if I need to write down directions or things that have happened so that I can record that, get my thoughts clear. And then in this kit, I have modified a little first aid kit. So in here, you've got a number of goodies, your basic smaller Band-Aids, alum burn cream, your alcohol preps, you know, some tape in there, tongue depressors, you know, kind of a simplistic little first aid kit in there. Also in this kit, you know, I've got lots of these. So if you have to wrap a wound, you got this, and these are just so handy. We use them all the time at the hospital. Some of the big things in here, an Israeli bandage. So you have, you know, a hemostatically controlled for large wounds to get the bleeding under control for that. If you have a chest wound and you're dealing with possibly a pneumothorax, I have the Rhino chest seal. Then a couple of the ice packs where that you can just, you know, squeeze these and it gets cold. So if you know, got swelling on your face or break an ankle or something, you can get that swelling under control. Some sterile gloves and an minor foreign body eye injury kit. So if you get something in your eye, you can use this to help clean that out. So that's in the first part of my trauma kit. So that's right up front where you can grab out. Also in here, I included this moldable splint. So if you do happen to break your wrist or twist an ankle or something, you can put this splint on, take some of that wrap it up good, and you've immobilized that extremity, and you can function a little more with more ease at that point. Now, inside the big pouch, this drawstring pulls and opens up, and we can get into here. So let's take and see what I got stashed away in here. First of all, first grab is the rest of my medical kit. So in this one, I've got a lot of little goodies. Some more sterile gloves. I got some PPE. So, you know, if you get into a bloody situation, maybe you come along someone and they need help and you don't know their medical background. We got gloves, a gown. You know, I've got N95 mask in here, some aspirin. We've got sutures, some medical scissors, some scalpels in here, a small syringe, a few things there to work on somebody. This one has some bigger dressings, the quick clot to help stopping some bleeding, some of the bigger bandages you might need, a couple tegaderms or transparent dressings that you can also use. Those are kind of a clear, like plastic that you could put on for a puncture wound for the chest. And then, so if you have multiple and you only have one chest sealed, you can at least seal those over a little bit with that. If you got someone Let's see what we got here. So, okay, some alcohol, some cortisone cream, and some triple antibiotic. In addition, some Benadryl. So if you get an allergy reaction to something, you got some Benadryl to treat them. Some more medical tape. I've got some Excedrin migraine tablets in here. Mask. I have the survival wrap. So if you have a shock situation, wrap them up in here, or someone with you that's been out in the rain and are cold, something like that to help retain their temperature. There's a back slot in here. The rest is just one big compartment. So in that top slot, I've got a couple things. My Metal Gears, I wanted first access, and then in here, in this bag, I've got some goodies. I have this little crank radio. It's a radio, weather band radio, and regular AM/FM. It has a flashlight on it, and there's two ways to charge it. One is the solar, and the other is a hand crank. So you can crank this up to charge your flashlight or your radio. So if it's not a sunny day, you can do that. It does have some USB out, so you could use it to also to charge your phone if you needed to. I have on this carabiner a wire saw for sawing small branches or sawing through something. A couple pill little bottles here that got my blood pressure medicine, some aspirin in there. A whistle if you needed to signal someone, you would be able to. So you got the whistle. This is a nice little thing here. So it's just a little light, and you can hang it up in your tent or whatever you find yourself on and touch that, and it just turns on. So there's a couple settings on there. It's solar powered, and one of the great things about it, it's collapsible down to just a little flat pancake. A couple of these, I really like these bendable little, they're rubber coated wire basically, so wrapping things up real quick. A couple things to start a fire with. Another lighter, so just a regular big lighter. Your flint with the for fire starting. We've got two options here, well actually three, because I've got two lighters. And then another pen in there. All right, this is a rustic ridge, and I can use this to sleep on and under. So this is like down and poly, and it's like a huge blanket that's lightweight, and so it's big enough that I can lay on it and fold it over myself and wrap up into it. Some other things I got in here is some food. Got some of this veggie chili. This freeze-dried stuff is just nice and light, gives you some calories so that you can last a couple of days. The chicken and dumplings, so just very lightweight stuff. Okay, in this bag I try to categorize some of this stuff so it's not just everywhere here. So in this Ziploc bag, got a hand warmer if you're freezing, your fingers are cold, and you're trying to get something to work on, warm them up. Some tissues, some dude wipes, so those are always handy. Some duct tape, took it off the big roll and just wrapped this little extra tablet flat, and then you have duct tape, 1,000 uses for that. Also have some tablets. This is the Portable Aqua tablets to purify the water. So if something happened with my life straw, it broke or whatever, I got a backup for filtering. Got some hand sanitizer in here, some chapstick, some more of the little compressed towels, and then a nice camp spoon and a couple of forks that we can eat our food with. Cordage. All right, so lots of cordage in here. I've got paracord, I've got bank line, I've got zip ties, I've got some fishing line. So if I needed to string up a perimeter or something too, ridge line for my tarp that I'll show you here in just a minute. I attached some of these little quick release attachments here with a little hook on them. These are great. You can just pull them tight. And so I've got 4 of those. So attaching to tarper, whatever that you can quickly do that, and then some other bank line or paracord. So always 1,000 things for that. Oh yeah, I did also add, this is fairly lightweight, some instant oatmeal, and the kind I chose was raisin, date, and walnut. That way you have some extra iron protein in addition to just the oatmeal, and they're lightweight, so 3 of those little packets in there. So that empties out my main 2 compartments. But this bag nicely has another one, and it's down here. So we're going to take a look at that. What's down here? So down here I have my frog togs. This is a rain gear. So I've got a top and bottoms. So when it's pouring down rain and you have to keep moving, we can throw those on. I have a nice lightweight 7x9 tarp. And so we can throw up a temporary shelter with that and some of the ridgeline I have. And then I have in my dry bag here, we've got some clothes and bags. So let's take a look at that. So one of the things is just a cloth, as a gross filter for water, to pack a wound, to dry something, lots of different things, a temporary sling. I've got some of the big industrial garbage bags. So if I want a little bit more padding underneath my rustic ridge, then I can gather up leaves and fill these with leaves and put them underneath for bedding. I need to gather some berries or something. I've got a pair of gloves, I've got socks and underwear and some extra shirt, and then for pants, something that I can roll up. Still lots of pockets. So I guess so that way I've got to change of clothes if my clothes get wet. So that is the bug out bag. I've got a few things on me. So of course, I moved this heavier knife to took it out of the bag, just in the pants, slides in, distribute some of that weight off of my back down, and of course my carry gun, my M&P Smith & Wesson 2.0 compact, and then I have another bag off to the side. So let's just take a quick peek at that. So this gives me a little extra carry as well. So in this bag, at the top, I've got an extra knife. I got an extra small flashlight up there, just tucked away. I have extra ammo on here. So if instead of carrying everything on my hip and then with inside, I have my 38 Special. This is a Taurus 856 Defender. And so if I had to lose my whole pack, I don't lose everything. So a few things here that I can carry on me too. So that's my new bag, and you'll have to let me know what you think here. It is so much more comfortable to carry than my old bag. This bag just has not only is the the padding on here much nicer. It's just you can adjust it here, you can adjust it here, you can adjust it here, you can adjust it here. Lots of adjustments. These really easily slide up and down. So that's an adjustment. So you can get it to where your load is, depending on what you have in it, your load can be distributed evenly. One more area that I almost forgot to show you on this bag is the lid. So on this lid, or cap on here, I've got another couple things. Over here, I have some batteries. And then I have, in this one, I've got my Duracell headlamp. So this is a really nice little headlamp because it's not only a bright LED light, but you can use it to also signal. It's got some flashing reds, or you can signal through those. If we cycle through these, they got green as well. So if you just want some really low light at night and you're trying to be stealthy, you can use just the green, or you're trying to get someone's attention, you can flash the red. So it's kind of a neat little headlight, and you need your hands free and moving around. Very important to have that. Then up here, slide this out, and I have my pillow. So this is nice because it weighs almost nothing. It compresses pretty flat. Keeps the pouch secure at the top. If you drop it on top, boom, it is protected. And so if I'm sitting somewhere on a rock and I have to sit there for a while, maybe I'm scouting something out, I've got something I can sit on. I could take this out of my pack and just attach it to my belt and go too. So I always have something to sit on. And of course, at night, it makes a great little pillow for your head. So that's the last of my Ascend Rattlesnake 55 bug out bag. I hope you enjoyed our video today. I want you to be watching, because in the near future, I have going to be bringing out a bug out night. So we're going to do a bug out here on the homestead. And so we're going to have kind of a fun video. I think we're going to bring my granddaughter Delilah out, and she's going to help me bug out. And so it should be a fun evening, and we put some of this stuff to use and see how it holds up in a real situation. So join us in a future video for our bug out night, and hopefully there won't be too many bugs out that night. But we'll see how we do, and we'll bring you along. So be watching for that. So like and subscribe so you can catch up on all these videos, and give us your opinions. We appreciate all your comments, so keep them coming. Thanks from Mike's Florida Homestead here. We'll see you again.